Hello everyone. Let's take a moment to learn about knowledge management and information management tools. Knowledge management tools connect employees, helping them generate new knowledge, better share tacit knowledge, and integrate knowledge from different teams. It's about finding ways to share knowledge both explicit and implicit. How do we do this? For example, through storytelling, through meeting seminars, interactive training sessions, various interpersonal interactions, knowledge sharing activities, knowledge exhibitions, illustration sessions through these meeting formats to encourage people to interact, to share knowledge and present knowledge. This is knowledge management. Through these tools, while focusing on human interaction, we end up with concrete, explicit knowledge. That's the gist. Now let's look at information management. We've seen that knowledge management brings people together, facilitates communication and interaction to generate knowledge, right? So what does information management do? Information management is about connecting people with knowledge. It helps people access knowledge faster, share and transmit knowledge. It effectively promotes sharing of clear, explicit knowledge. How do we do this? There's one method I can teach you how to compile explicit knowledge. By learning this method, you can organize knowledge more logically, making it easy to understand. Another example is creating lessons learned registers. There's also library services. You've likely experienced this in college. You've used library services. They have many index cards or a book query system. This organizes knowledge through indexing for quick searches. There's also information collection. It uses web searches or searches of read materials to help find knowledge easily. One of the most important things here is the project management information system. We can take these things all in a project management information system. Project management information system. The main thing is what it's used for. It's used to gather knowledge, share knowledge, distribute knowledge. If you want to find knowledge, you can come through this side. It refers to the process in which we are doing the project. Always able to help us go. Better manage all the systems used in the project. All of them can be regarded as project management information systems. This includes, in particular, what is the document management system? So for some knowledge content, where do you want to find it? You can then go from the project to the management information system, find it inside, and in fact about this manifestation of faith knowledge, tacit knowledge. Let's go find that database. Find a repository to find, actually, about sharing knowledge, what we do in life. If you can't figure out something, what will you do? You might just go to Baidu. Looking for Google, yes, no, it is our society or a human knowledge base. Such an organization of worker assets. Let's look at another piece of knowledge. Call the lessons learned. Register. This is also an important output of management project knowledge and the lessons learned register. Although we are listed in this as its first output, but it's actually in the whole process of project execution, the register of lessons learned will be updated on an ongoing basis. It will record all these lessons learned. These are all the difficulties we have encountered. Challenge, risk, opportunity, good, bad, this method, and so on. What are the benefits of listing these things in the future? Maximum benefits on the one hand, it was able to allow us to do the project itself, able to avoid some pitfalls. The second is when the project will be done in the future, some pitfalls can be avoided. There are some suggestions for approaching the method. It's like saying, you guys, usually if the boss asks you to write a certain document, how will you write it? Let's look for it on the internet first. Is there a template for such and such a document? That template actually comes down to some extent. It is this register of lessons learned from the past. It may not necessarily be your project, probably social-wide. That's actually the same thing, and the lessons learned register itself, it should be said to create it early in the project. It will be an output of this process, but it will also say a lot of process input. It will also be an output of many processes. It will be constantly updated because we're working on a project. Flipping the surface will involve some new good things, this experience and some of the bad of these bad lessons. At the end of the project, of course, generally speaking, we will put such a register of lessons learned, such some information to come back to a knowledge base. It will be subsumed into such a knowledge base, and this knowledge base later became another one, a portion of the overall organizational process asset. So if you have to want to put it, such a lessons learned, register and organizational process assets to make a distinction, how to tell the difference. That is the lessons learned. Register. It is on this project what has been experienced written down. Whereas organizational process assets are corporate is a unit, it's such a process asset for the entire organization.